His girlfriend.
Hold on.
This is a married woman code, man.
Ah, okay. This is your Twitch.
Yeah.
Monster Twitch.
Oh, he's so happy. Okay. Um, so, um, the debut of Meet the Monsters, that's what we'll call it, Vio. Um,
The date view.
the debut. First step.
Nice.
March 2nd, 2017. We're here with Vyola Poderoso, soon to come. Husband and wife, two of my favorite people in the world, two of my longest friends. They were my guild leaders. Stacy in World of Warcraft. I ran with them in Supernova.
Long time ago.
Oh
It
yeah,
was like I feels like 100 years ago,
yeah.
but it's 10 or something.
Um, she Viola is from Venezuela, living in Brazil with her husband Poderoso, who, as I
Yes.
said, we'll meet in a little bit. He's cleaning himself at the
Yeah, he's naked.
so I love the story about how you and Pod met. So tell us about that. Tell us that again.
Okay. Well, first, hello to everyone that is listening. This crazy person. And if my English is not clear, please feel free to just correct me or just ask me what you say, tacos. And so yeah, but then I met like I don't know. I lost. I don't even remember how many years ago we met by internet. Internet. It was a program um, that used to be named ECQ.
ICQ.
ICQ. Yeah, the young people probably don't
Oh,
don't
I
even.
remember it.
Yeah, so you are old,
Oh
girl.
yeah.
And it was a very coincidence thing. I work with that program to speak with clients, and so he does. So he did. I mean, he used that program too. And one day, for some reason, the cosmos or whatever, we met each other, and we started speak, and he say the right things, and I completely lost my mind by that guy.
So you were in Venezuela at the time, correct?
Yeah, I was in Venezuela. I worked in a software company, so pod. That because we deal with that kind of program a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and we just fell in love. I think that in that time, using chat or by internet, you were like really yourself. It's not
Mm-hmm.
like now that social media is more like, I look where I am. I'm so cool. It's more fakey today. uh, in those years, we really enjoy that media for be who we really are. And we're but for Podium and for me, it was just like met someone so different. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
when we speak about that day, we just uh, see that we thought the same thing. Like I mean, when I arrived at home, I was like, this guy. I mean, this cannot exist.
Yeah.
But is a really special man, or he was before we married.
And,
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But but yeah, so we fell in love, and some years after that, we decided to, um, be together, and it was complicated for me because I needed to leave my country and all my life behind me and my family. But I did because I think he is my true love.
I agree with that. As much as time as I spent with you guys, I agree with that. So, so you were in Venezuela. He was in Brazil. Did he
Yeah.
speak Spanish or did you speak Brazilian?
No, he we speak less English than we speak now. Yeah, pre Bruce era. So we spoke really few English, and he didn't know anything about the Spanish or me about Portuguese. But when you type that language, they looks very alike when you type them. The problem
Okay.
is when you speak them,
Mm.
because the pronunciation, the expressions are really different. But when you type Latin language like Italian, Spanish, and Portuguese, French, you kind of can guess what he's saying.
Gotcha.
But we spoke English during like 2 years, right?
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
completely forgot. Also,
yeah.
like to shout out how stupid I am because I called it Brazilian and not Portuguese.
No, it's Brazilian. I mean,
Brazilian.
Brazilians love to call that language Brazilian,
Okay.
But between you and me, it's Portuguese.
Thank you very much, Paradox. He gave us a $5 donation, Bio. You're already making me money.
Nice. Thank you. Thank you. All for the monsters.
Yeah, buddy.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about World of Warcraft a little bit because
Oh,
that's
okay.
kind of that's where we met. That's where we spent most of our time together. It's been
Yeah.
a bulk of our lives over the past years. How did you get into it, and
Well,
when?
I forgive my bad memory, okay? But it was because I'm Pod is a nerd gamer since he's born, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
So I never touched games before I meet him. I always see people playing, and I thought, how can people waste time doing that? I remember the first game I saw it was Mortal Kombat.
Oh
Mortal Kombat.
boy, did
Yeah. Right, very long time ago when I was in college.
you see it in an arcade?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And my friends, everyone was so crazy about it, and I was like, I was kind of nerd,
Mhm.
but a very salty nerd. I hate everything.
Yeah. Okay.
So I just could not get why people like games. And one day, I mean, when I came to live with Pod, I already knew that he loved games and everything, but that's fine. No one is perfect. So when we start to live together, I didn't have the idea of what play a lot means, or
Hmm.
meant.
Yeah.
And Pod really played a lot of games. So it was not just like 1 hour or 2 hours or one game. No, he played everything. And I was like, I mean, come on, man. I mean, so at some point, I just decided to. I mean, we start to fight about it. I'm a woman, so you can imagine how it was. You don't love me. You only want to play. You just
Yeah.
whatever, whatever. And one day I was like, you know what? I will just because I start to see that he really loved it.
Hmm.
And I was taking that from him. So So I just decided to join him, you know, to that adventure. And well, now it's almost the opposite, you know.
Yeah. What
So
is
I
what's the first game
yeah,
you played with him?
the first game he sit me down to play was Warcraft 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's
And
not
I
a it's
just
not an easy one to start with. RTS games are pretty hard.
yeah, yeah, well, I'm pretty smart, you know. So it was just love at first sight or something like that,
Mhm.
because I always love stories. Histories, I don't know
Sure.
exactly the pronounce. And this was a huge story, very similar to those that you read when you are a child and things like that,
Hmm.
fantasy tales.
Yeah.
And I really love it. I was just obsessed. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't do anything else but thinking in WoW and in Warcraft in that matter.
Hmm.
And that's how it started. Then I play
Depois foi Erinha.
Oh, hello.
but conocido. It was
Ah,
I forgot. I think it was
foi Erinha e depois Warcraft.
no, mi amor, pero los de inglés. Yo no voy a hablar aquí de los que no conocen, ¿no?
Dictar inglés.
Ujú. Yeah, whatever. If, anyway, I start games like that.
So
So
you started with Warcraft 3. Was it
Warcraft 3, yeah.
when WoW was
Uh,
announced, you guys just decided you were gonna
uh,
play
it
it?
was it took long time between Warcraft 3 because it was recently released, you know,
Yeah.
and I played the campaign, and then I found, you know, the glory with the PvP part that was
Oh.
the Battle.net in that
Yeah.
time was the name, and I just got crazy about it. I mean, I just love it. And Pot play it a bit of PvP, but not that much as I always love it PvP.
O
And
Watch to Burn o jogo lá.
yeah, yeah, Dota.
Isso.
Yeah, yeah,
Dota.
yeah.
Okay.
We saw how Dota was created, you know.
Yeah.
And then came Frozen Throne, the
Hmm.
next expansion, and then came World of Warcraft, and I played even the alpha version, you know. So
Oh, really?
yeah, because when you played a lot of Blizzard games, it was kind of, you know, easy to get, you know.
Tipo
Yeah.
Diablo.
Yeah, I just fell in love for that universe, and uh, with very few exception, is just what I play, you know, Blizzard
Yeah.
games.
Played a lot of. I played a lot of World of Warcraft 3, but mainly the campaign and some use map settings. But um, going from it was the first time I ever experienced another. How can you say it? Like the same world in a different game. So like the first time I stepped into World of Warcraft in vanilla, and you walk up, the buildings are the same. If you're in Alliance, you know the lumber mill that they build out where you go get your quest is the same lumber mill that you build in World of
Yeah,
Warcraft 3.
yeah.
And I don't same characters, same stuff. It was just really amazing to enter the world from a different perspective. You see the orc barracks are the same in Warcraft
Sometimes,
3.
sometimes I think that the creators of the whole universe of Warcraft, they really didn't know what they were doing, because it's so perfect, you know,
Hmm.
the way
Yeah.
that, in fact, when I started to play World of Warcraft, I was worried. I was, in fact, I was mad because I was so in love for Frozen Throne and Arthas and the whole thing. And when they say, we are releasing this game and whatever, we didn't know any idea I mean, how it was going to be, you
Mm-hmm.
know?
Yeah.
And so we really, I mean, I was really kind of, I'm sure I will not like anything most than this, you know? And they was, I mean, they just, in fact, the camera of the World of Warcraft, of Warcraft was exactly the same than the Warcraft 3, even when it's a 3D game.
Mm.
So it was just amazing that we really didn't feel any difference. It was
Right.
just more details, more everything, but the reference were all there.
Yep.
So they just did perfectly.
Agree. It's pretty
I'm
amazing
reading
transition.
something. This person, that PC player, say
Uh-huh.
that this is so good, but so ay caramba. Americans, Americans.
do do Latin people ever actually use that exclamation?
I mean, I never hear my mother, my father, family, or myself saying that, but of course I know what it is, you know?
Yeah.
It's like tacos, you know? Everything that you say sounds for Americans tacos.
Yeah.
Tacos, tacos, tacos. And I think I never eat a taco, you know? So,
Really?
yeah, because that's Mexican food. I mean,
Right. It's not
it's nothing
Venezuela.
to do with that. It's
But
funny.
what is what is Venezuelan food like?
It's more about corn and beans.
Ah.
There are a lot of food based in corn. Um, like I don't know, flour,
Flour?
flour.
Yeah. It's spelled
The
weird,
rose
but
is the
it's the
flour.
same. Yeah, it's pronounced the same.
Ah, okay. No, you are kidding with me, right?
No, Flour,
Good.
right?
I know you. You,
No, I'm not I'm not
you,
playing with
you.
you. It's
Okay,
pronounced flour.
okay. You don't want me to be around there like flour, flour. Okay.
No, I'm for
Well,
real.
there is a like a flour made by corn or from
Oh,
corn or whatever,
okay.
and there are so many delicious food from there. You know, it's not just Doritos and things like that. You know, there
Yeah.
are many other things made by that flour. I'm not feel comfortable saying flour.
The PC player's got my back.
Uh, I will search Google pronunciation
No,
later.
oh God.
I don't believe you. You made that to me before. Like button, button, bottom, button,
Button.
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 Do you want to invite Pod to the
Yeah.
call?
I don't have him on Skype actually.
That's other user. Uh,
Yeah,
I,
guys.
I will type the name and you.
Okay.
Okay. Ay caramba, that's so funny.
I'm not tricking her, Stacy.
Como?
Easis@hotmail.
I didn't know you played Warcraft 3, Gar.
Oh yeah. I didn't play it that much. I didn't go into the PvP. But I did play a lot of custom maps.
Of course.
Yeah.
Can you maybe? I mean, maybe we cross each other and we
We didn't know.
did
Yeah.
anyone crazy lady yell at you that you remember?
No.
Because that's me.
Oh, I do remember some of my favorite times where when we would do our arenas, our two versus two arenas, and you would yell at me all the time. Gorgor, what you do?
I didn't yell at you. I
Yes,
was
you did.
trying to teach you. Kurt, because you did everything wrong.
I
Every,
didn't. What? Oh, please,
of course.
Viola, please.
I was carrying you.
That's so not true.
You were with your warlock, right?
Yeah,
You did with that.
it
Uh,
was Warlock Priest, I think.
yeah, of course. I was playing Viola, right? I
Yeah,
mean, no, it was amazing partner PvP core, but
yeah. We always fought though.
yeah,
It was never a peaceful, peaceful time.
we were too competitive
Yeah.
for play together.
Oh no, call to pod failed. Is he picking up?
I think so. Hold on.
É que tá no outro monitor.
He has like 3 or 4 monitors, so he's.
Oh.
Hey,
Hey, there's Pod. This
hello.
is Poderoso, Viola's second half. Stacy loves you apparently.
Like better half.
So
We play it. I think we play it 5-2. I mean,
yeah, we did fives for a while, didn't we?
it was like
Who else
oh
was
my
on our
god,
team?
it was Alorax. I mean,
Alorax. Yeah, I
you
remember.
had this idea.
Yeah.
Ah, Yola, let's go with people that we love. But the people that we love were very bad. So
Yeah. Um,
we lost so many. They were great.
was Docta on the team? Alorax's son?
I think no, he wasn't. No, wait. Yeah, it was you, Poderoso, Dog, and Boltzmann, of course.
Boltzmann, yeah.
Yeah.
Where the fuck is Boltzmann? I haven't seen him.
He's kind of married or something like that, you know.
What a loser.
Yeah. Yeah, I always lose my guys when they're fell in love. uh,
So Pod, a programming wizard. He's still messing around in C++.
Yeah, but my current language is more .NET, you know.
.NET.
Yeah. Our company works more with Visual-based .NET and C#, and so my day job is on both languages.
Gotcha.
But I like a lot C++ and any language you can put ahead, I can play.
It's never gonna happen, Stacy. I'm not getting married. You're doing. I remember the last time that we really talked. You said that you were really enjoying mobile development because the memory restraints made programming challenge and fun again. Is that correct?
Yeah, that's right. The current mobile programming is a lot like in 90s programming. Is you're very constrained with all the thing you said, memory processing and things like that. You have, and also the applications are small. You don't have 1,000 and 1,000 lines of code of mobile application. So is very like old times. But they are currently advancing fast and moving to more complex applications. So we are again facing complex applications in mobile also. Yeah. But have a space for everyone. You know, if you are starting programming, you can do that, and if you are advanced programming, you also will be very served in the mobile aspect. Is a platform that come to stay. You know, it's very fun.
I never really got into mobile games much, but we had a Monster Choi who wanted to start a mobile monsters club where we would play mobile games together when we're out, and she got us into Clash of Clans. Have y'all ever played that?
I don't think so.
Okay, well, it's this game. It's this game where you have a village and you have to make different things, and then people can invade you, or you invade people, and team up and have clans and shit. Um, I had a, I had a, uh, I had a little village, a little clan, and I
Mhm.
would, I never, like I said, I never really did mobile gaming, so I would forget about it, not do anything with it for a couple of days at a time, and I'd always get these little text messages popping up saying so and so has invaded your village, and I swear I've been invaded by Thai people, by Russian people, by uh, Mexican people, like all over the world, and now it just feels like I don't want
That's
to touch
Donald
it.
Trump. That's what Donald Trump would say.
Shut up. But now it feels. I guess Trump would say it because now it feels like I don't even. It like feels gross. Like I don't want to touch it. Like it's been diseased by. It's been infiltrated by all these people from all these different countries, and it's got
Yeah.
AIDS or something. Touch it.
Just you mentioned this theme, and I have a perspective a little different. I mean, I like a lot science,
Mm-hmm.
and I always watching things about space and launches and things like that. And what I see is that we are living in a world. It's not just a country,
Yeah.
We have to think about as world, as in the universe.
Very true.
Well, that's my point. I mean, I don't care anymore about my country is better than the other. I don't things like that. It's like you are a child and you have a friend from other city. My city is better than
Yeah.
yours. Oh, my country is better than yours. Of course, some countries are more developed. We understand that, but I think is we have to think as a world. We have to do things. We have to expand for other planets and things like that. Well, that's
Yeah,
what
I
I
got
think.
you, and I agree with you. Um, I think Trump is kind of going backwards on that a little bit, but
Well,
yeah, you're
so
absolutely
there
right. I
is
agree.
something very I mean, it's not the same subject, but it's related to, because I was some minutes ago I was playing Overwatch, and there is a problem in our Overwatch that um, there are like three or four huge communities playing at the same time.
Hmm.
And well, to be more specific, it's like three, right? Spanish speakers, Portuguese speakers, and English speakers. And there is no space or, I mean, you really can meet anyone from those groups, you know?
Hmm.
I think that the system try to always join you con people from the same zone, but just for technical reasons, it's there will be more less lag and less traffic and everything. But at the same time, there is no filter or anything to play with people from other zones,
Mm.
because I came from WoW. I'm very used to do this, uh, um, share with people from any anywhere. In fact,
Yeah.
I mean, when we were in World of Warcraft actively playing, we had French, Brazilians, Mexicans, Americans, of course, and uh, people from the Europe came to America. And anyway, I mean, it was so different people. So when I am Overwatch, I'm used to that kind of mixing. So I always type in English. That is the kind of international language that everyone is enabled to understand. But something is happening. Brazilians get really mad when you type in English.
Really?
Yeah, and I was like, wait a minute, I mean, what's the problem? And for me, it's a double problem because I speak Portuguese, so I know everything that they are saying. They don't know that I know. They think that I'm typing in English, so they think that I will not understand, but I do.
Mhm.
And I get surprised because it's like they are used to a song, you know? They are used to play with Brazilians because the games are most of the time put together people from the same song. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That,
Because they are from Overwatch, not from World of Warcraft, you know? So I was thinking that it's very interesting because I was expecting the opposite. You know, I was expecting that
right.
maybe it was going to be the Americans that was because that's Mexicans tacos, caramba, whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And it's nothing like that. I mean, I have more problems with Brazilians than with American or Spanish people.
Crazy.
And it was really a surprise for me, you know, because the problem is that Brazilians are very used to play with other Brazilians.
Mm.
They have their own servers. They have the most of the game always with the in Portuguese. They play in Portuguese, in fact. So it was for me like a surprise, and
Even the play style.
yeah, exactly. It is completely different for me. Play with Americans and Brazilians is like other game, and I'm not overreacting. And it's something that I love to think about that kind of thing because it's so interesting for me how humans react in a way that
Mhm.
you are really not expecting. And uh, I was in fact trying to write something about this to Blizzard, because if you are at least could know from where the people is, maybe you don't have that kind of
Yeah.
barrier or whatever the word is. I'm
That's
not sure if
interesting.
you, yeah,
And it reminds me of something that you got because I met you on a North American server in World of Warcraft, of course, and
yeah,
I
yeah.
always asked why you guys play North American instead of Latin, and you told me that the Latin American servers are actually in California or somewhere like that in America. Is
No,
it is it
No,
like that with Overwatch?
no, it's different because in fact there were no Latin servers itself, like
Right.
you were to some place and select Latin servers. There was nothing like that. Uh, there was some people that create like a community forum, and they decided to all go to the same server,
Ah,
you know. And we came from Warcraft. We were used to play with anyone.
right.
I mean, Pod want to say something and he interrupt me. It's to be married. That's to be
well,
married.
it's a three-way conversation.
Let me
No,
finish.
I just want to add that we were more in English server because World of Warcraft started in North America. At the beginning, there was no Brazilian server, Portuguese server, things like that.
Okay.
Yeah, at the start was only English. The
Because
client game
that's
was
very
not
different
even
than
in
what I
other.
was saying. I hate this man sometimes. But yeah.
I got you.
That's yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense because you guys started in alpha and beta. You said, right?
Yeah. Uh, and but I knew, I mean, many years after that, I always find this server. The name is Keltalas.
Okay.
Do you ever hear about that server?
I know the name.
Okay, Keltalas. I don't know how you guys pronounce that.
That's pretty much it. Pretty good.
Yeah. There is also Ragnarus or something like that. Ragnarus.
Ragnaros.
Yeah. And so millions and millions of people that play in that time, they decided to just go to those servers. So they have a huge population of Latin Americans people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Hello.
I always cracked me up. You named your cat Illidan. Is he still?
Yeah.
Is he still around?
Yeah, it is. Illidan and the other is Acolyte.
Acolyte.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let me type the. I will tell. Hold on. Let me type the name, and you will correct me. Yeah, exactly.
You played Warcraft 3. There was the peons from the undeads. They are acolytes, something like that. They keep summoning the things.
Gotcha. Then you named your cat that?
Yeah.
That's cute. It's cute because it's not really a name. It's kind of like a position.
Yeah.
It's like naming your cat Garbage Man or something. That's cute. I like it.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. But it was because the personality that they had really it's really matched with the character.
Yeah, it's more like this is like Acolyte or this is like Illidan. It's not. We don't call them as those names. It's just they were like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So one is a lot crazy. One to feel the hatred of 10,000 years all the time.
Exactly.
And the other just keeping the sides, looks like summoning something.
Gotcha. So you guys are playing primarily Overwatch these days. Is that correct?
It's me mostly. I mean, I've been playing a lot with Pod's account. You know, Pod is not. I mean, he tried the game, but he's not very into PvP games.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I played so much multiplayer games, so much Quake 3 Arena, Quake 1, Quake 2, Quake 3 Arena, and I also played the Battlefield that for almost 20 years, and I can't feel the joy with those games anymore. I mean, I get amused sometimes, play and things like that, but playing in a competitive way is kind of I'm done with that.
It can be tiring. I mean, sometimes interesting phenomenon. When I was younger, me and my family would go out to do movies and stuff, and my father would. He hated movies that didn't end well. Like he always wanted to go to movies with happy endings, movies that make you feel good. And when I was younger, I was real edgy and loved it when the bad guy won or when the hero got killed. But now that I'm older, I kind of feel the same way, where I don't want to waste my time with anything that's not going to make me feel good. Is that kind of what you're feeling?
Yeah, looks like something like that. Yes, right. And about games, I enjoy a lot games that you enjoy while playing. For example, I really liked the last Doom game.
Doom?
Is the Doom? You know?
Oh, Doom.
Doom.
Yeah.
ID Software.
Right.
The last one was, man, I enjoyed a lot that game. The previous ones was Wolfenstein: The New Order. Also, I enjoy a lot that game. So the games that you sit, play alone, and things like that. Just shoot and kill.
Viola's trolling me in the chat while you're talking to me.
I guess I was guessing.
Only watch Julia Roberts movies.
You love them, right?
Yeah, you're a bad person.
But yeah, so Pod really, I mean, I get frustrated with that sometimes because, it's very nice to have a PvP partner,
Right, yeah.
and I mostly when I play against a duo that is playing together, I get so mad with Pod. You see, they are playing together. We are not. But I really understand why he just it's just not that fun for him.
Yeah.
In fact, he is Pot lost his almost lost his right hand mobility.
I got
for playing
carpal
so
tunnel
much.
syndrome.
The carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
The first thing that the doctor asked him was, "Do you play a lot?"
Play? What? No.
Yeah, it was very, and mostly, I think that it was worse for him when he was running for High Lord,
Right,
in
yeah.
World of Warcraft. It was, I'm not exaggerating, is the word? I mean,
Yes, that's.
he played like, I don't know, 12 hours. I mean,
I
he
believe it.
arrived from he arrived from work and stayed until very early before he went to work again.
Mhm.
And then the whole weekend and everything, it was a nightmare for like 3 months.
Yeah, I remember what the grind for High Warlord was like. That's a title you can respect
Tons
forever.
of grinding.
It was not for humans, honestly.
No.
For merry humans.
Yeah, I got you.
In fact, I don't know if I ever tell you that I created Vyola in that time.
While he was doing that grind?
Huh?
Yeah, enquanto eu tava jogando.
Yeah, because he always was complaining that he didn't have a healer for himself.
Okay.
So I'm so good wife that I created a priest healer for him, and he didn't like me.
By the way, we started in World of Warcraft. We started with just one account. We played for a couple months with just one account. We use it to share the accounts. I played a bit with two, and we didn't. When we are midway, midway to top level, that was 60. I bought the other account.
Gotcha.
And so Vyola, and we transferred the rogue that she has, Ophelia, and
Ophelia.
yeah, and the Ophelia born in my account.
Gotcha.
And she played more with like that. Then I started do more PvP. And then she started Vyola.
Yeah, so Ophelia came first, huh? I didn't know that.
It was my very first shout there.
Wasn't that the character you used when we were playing Twinks?
Yeah, it was. In fact, we were talking some days ago about the mistakes, the new mistake that we did in the time.
Yeah.
And I was saying that for me, when I played Ophelia, she was like, I don't know, 40 or something. And I needed to go from Undercity to Plague Lands.
Okay.
Remember that?
Yeah.
Remember that area? Okay. Yeah. So there were,
Western or Eastern?
I think it was Eastern.
Eastern is the one that you got to 60 on.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And all those zones are different now. Yeah. So I remember there were, now I know that there were some mobs, neutral mobs. They were like yellow, but I didn't know that. So I was I was killing them anyway. I was killing the neutral mobs,
Yeah.
and I killed dozens of them because I didn't know they were no what's the name with enemies. I don't remember. Aggressive. They were not aggressive, but I didn't know that. So I every time, I mean, I could just cross by them and was not going to be touched, but I
Right.
didn't know that, and I killed them all. I mean, I cleaned the place, and I was remember, my God, I mean, what a noob I was, and Pot Pot was worse because he was tanking at very low level.
I remember when I was in Second
Uh,
Temple. You remember
Yeah,
Second
Second
Temple?
Temple, yeah.
And I got invited to tank that thing, and
This was
the
back when
guys
you had to run to the dungeon, right?
yeah,
That was a pain in
and
the ass.
yeah, and I was with my two swords. I was fearing that time,
Okay.
and someone said, "Hey, don't you use shield?" And I don't use shield. I play better with the two swords.
Oh,
And I tanked that thing couple wipes, but
Couple? It was like 10
I think the
wipes.
people that started was not that finished, but I finished.
that's crazy. Did you do the whole shit? I don't think anybody knew how to do the statues at that time.
We did. I remember very well that thing because the last boss, the dragon one,
Yeah.
killed, and the I remember very well that respawn that have we almost killed the dungeon 2 times because the respawns.
It took you that long?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You must have had a pretty good healer if you were tanking it in Fury.
Yeah. People are not. They are all deslumbrated by just being in a dungeon. Don't care if you die or no. They
It's not
just
like
want
now.
to
I
play.
mean,
No.
They just
now,
want.
if you do any mistake, you are kicked. I mean, automatic.
That's very true.
It's funny.
What was your favorite raid across any expansion when you were doing it live? What was y'all's favorite raid?
I think my favorite is the Ankiraj, the Gates of Ankiraj.
Oh, okay.
The
20 man or 40 man?
The 20 man. The 20.
The 20 was cool.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that dungeon, that raid instance. It was open. Was open. Zugurub was open too, but that one I liked it a lot. The last boss fight was very fun that time. I think that was my favorite. Of course, Molten Core, things like that is most because
You
was the
didn't
first
like
one.
that. You didn't like Molten
But
Core.
Molten Core is boring, but was
He
fun in that
fell
time.
asleep in Molten Core. I
I
needed
fell
to,
asleep too.
Everyone fell asleep in that thing.
Yeah, I only went once and I was sleeping. What about you, Vi? What was your favorite?
My favorite of all times.
Yeah.
That's hard. I think that my very favorite of all time is Surgurup.
Ogurub, huh?
Yeah, I really
Interesting
love it.
choice.
I really love it. I mean, I was a healer already, and it was so hard to heal that thing because there was a lot of nature damage, and people needed to farm the
Yeah, I
year.
remember that. Yeah.
And so for farm, so the healer was needed for the whole process. You needed to go with the people to farm the year, then to heal the people. that had the year. And then the instance was so tricky for healers. We needed to agree the make kind of agreement in who to heal when.
Mm-hmm.
Um, there was so no many abilities like we have now. So the healer were not just click click click. You needed to deal with the mana and everything. It was I mean, for me it was the most fun heal drive, for example, for me. Yeah, but I think I love it also. Tempest Keep.
Tempest Keep. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty fun too.
That was in. Was that
As a healer,
Cataclysm?
at least. Uh,
No,
uh,
in Wrath of
Oh,
no, this the
Burning
Yeah.
Crusade.
Burning Crusade. Burning
Yeah.
Crusade.
Okay.
Burning
Yeah.
I was saying just the vanilla, but
I think.
yeah.
I think Burning Crusade was a little underappreciated at his time. Going back and doing some of those old raids. It was a pretty cool. It was a pretty cool expansion, I think.
Yeah, yeah. And everything was so different,
Yeah.
and a kind of you learn to love your abilities and how they work, and every role was so perfect for what they do.
Mm-hmm.
uh I'm something that I have problems right now. Maybe it's because I play it Burning Crusade, because it's like right now if you need a healer, doesn't matter what healer is it.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a shaman, druid, whatever. I mean,
Yeah.
druids are always the best, but really doesn't matter. And in that time, you needed specifically healers and roles and
Right.
everything for do things. So you feel like appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's like, you are healer? No, we don't need it.
Yeah, we could
Just switch
replace
to
you with
DPS.
anybody.
Yeah, I mean, you are nothing. Yeah, something like that. You are not playing at all right now, right?
No,
World
I'm
of
not.
Warcraft.
No.
Mm,
We tried.
okay.
We had the Monsters Guild, and when that, um, my sister had her car crash, and
Mm.
I wasn't the guild master, but I was like the raid leader, and I
I
missed.
remember that. Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I missed one raid because I had to go deal with. My sister had a wreck in a town that's 2 hours away from where, so I was going, driving back and forth, dealing with wrecking her car and visiting her in the hospital, and bringing her
I'm
home and
so
shit.
sorry.
I
Mm-hmm.
missed one raid, and like the whole guild fell apart. Like everybody just kind of left, and
Wow,
that
I'm so
really
sorry.
demoralized me, and I
Mm,
couldn't get back into it.
yeah. Oh well, it's wow.
Yep.
Yeah. I it's exactly um what happened to many
Hmm.
guild leaders, so don't feel bad. Yeah.
what games you are playing more recently?
Oh, I'm playing Street Fighter V more than anything.
Okay.
I've actually kind of started improving, and the I think the rush of beating somebody in a fighting game, like outskilling them in a fighting game, is one of my favorite feelings I've ever experienced in gaming. Just
Okay.
feels you feel like the big man.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter. I've been playing a lot of Diablo 3. Um, this is my first time trying the season characters, and I've really enjoyed doing that. And some single player games. I've been playing this survival game, um, The Long Dark. You guys like survival games?
I don't think
Not much.
I don't
I
think they
don't.
even know what it is.
It's a it's a kind of game where you have they put you alone out in the winter in the wilderness, and you have to stay warm, you have to find food, you have to find shelter, that's basically all the game is. You put in this little sandbox, and you have to keep your character alive.
It's kind
And
of
then
an
it's like,
RPG then.
yeah, kind of. It's an interesting interesting what do you call it? Comparison, but it kind of pretty much is a role playing game.
Well, but you have no role. I mean, it's just
Yeah, you
survive.
don't have levels and stats
That
and stuff
sounds
like
boring,
that.
to be honest. But I mean, need to try it to really know about how fun it is.
You probably
Because
wouldn't
many
like it.
times, for example, Pot always he always you know um I don't know how to say it, but every time that he recommend a game for me, I never believed that I won't I will like it, but then he's right. I love it. And that happened for me, for example, with uh ¿cómo se dice rompecabezas en inglés?
Puzzle.
Puzzle games.
Portal.
No, puzzle.
No, I'm asking
Puzzle.
a Portal type of. I mean, Portal is a puzzle game.
Okay, exactly. You almost it was
Yeah.
Portal. Okay. Okay, so he always say, no, they are fun. I love them. I don't like them and everything. And then I tried Portal, and it was wow. I mean, it was one of the best games I ever
Mhm.
played. It was
Yeah.
amazing, amazing game. And the one and two, I mean, they are
Right.
really amazing. And I always thought that they were so boring when I was pot playing them. And no, they are really amazing games. So maybe that happened to me with survival games.
Maybe, but I would agree. I think you'd hate them.
Really?
I was playing lately couple most of the end of the last year I was playing Mother Russia wow, qual que é o nome? Mother Russia Bleeds,
Oh, okay.
beaten up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Was very fun in playing. I was playing with my cousin, and was very fun play with the others multiplayer,
Mhm.
local multiplayer is very fun. And recently I bought the Double Dragon 4,
Yeah.
and I'm waiting someone come home to play multiplayer, local
Come
multiplayer.
hunger.
I wish.
I mean, I was even preoccupied, I mean, it was like, is my husband getting old, because he bought the game, he brought the game.
Mhm.
He spoke about that game for months. I was already, annoyed with that
Right.
game. Double Dragon this, Double Dragon that. And then he buy it and just, and I was, what's going on, But
It's
he,
because you have to play with someone else. Alone is not that fun.
Right.
It's fun when you play
don't
together
look
with
at
the other
me.
on the same room.
Did you see? Did you see on the Steam store they released River City Ransom? You remember that
No,
Nintendo game,
What
no,
game?
which one?
River City Ransom? It's an old classic
Mm,
NES game.
No,
I'm not recording.
don't ring the bell.
Here, let me give you a picture, maybe a picture.
Yeah.
But it's one of the first beat 'em ups, and they re-released it on Steam. It's got multiplayer. Sounds like something that you'd like. Here we go. See if a screenshot will refresh your memory.
I know. Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's on Steam now.
I didn't know. I didn't saw that. I'll
Looks
check
fun.
it out.
I'm waiting for it to go on sale before I get it though. Everything on Steam eventually goes on sale.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the You seen that new game on Steam, Black Wake? It's getting a lot of hype recently. It's
No.
it's a multiplayer pirate game. The monsters are getting really excited for it. A lot of us are picking it up. It's what you do is it puts you and your team on a pirate ship, and you have to man the cannons. You know, you have a captain. You have to steer the ship. You have to actually like put the cannonball in the cannon. You have to light it. You can go fight other pirate ships that are doing the same thunder stuff. A lot of us are really excited to
Yeah,
role
it's
play
not like
pirates.
it's a survival in the seas.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, it's gonna be a lot
What's
of
the
fun.
name? Correct? I'm looking.
Black Wake.
Black Wake.
WAKE.
Yeah, I found it.
Yeah, a lot of us are gonna pick it up, but it's mainly PvP.
Stop suggesting games to Bot.
I'm suggesting it to you too. I think you'd make a funny pirate.
Me?
You could get on the poop deck and sing
Yar.
your sea shanties.
Is there jaguars there? I
Is there
love
what?
jaguars. Treasures and things like that.
I don't understand.
Let me tell you.
If you have treasures.
Oh,
to
treasure!
steal.
Yeah, looting the booty. Yeah,
Yeah.
booty. I think at the beginning you told me you only had 30 minutes. What you guys were supposed to do tonight?
I know because, I will be honest with you, but don't laugh at me.
Okay.
There is a very retired TV show that we love, but nobody can know that we love that TV show.
The Kardashians.
No, it's not Kardashians. It's worse than that. It's worse than Kardashians. And we just is recording,
Gotcha.
like we can just watch it later.
Let's well, we've been going for an hour, so we can go ahead and wrap up. Anything y'all want to talk about or say before we call it good night?
Sure. That I think that all the monsters are very lucky to have these
Oh.
very, very crazy monsters named Bruce. If one day I'm being forced to pick a really, really great leader for a game, I will pick you.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate it.
Yeah. I think you are all very lucky because for what I see, I cannot participate that much, but all the people that you are always grouped with are very fun, very really nice people, really crazy like you.
Mhm.
And so I'm very happy for you and all the people that can meet each other in this amazing media that we have now, because it's really bad to be lonely playing, so
It is.
I think that it's really amazing that you guys can meet each other and get fun and make fun of each other and forget the real life problem for a while.
Yeah. I've always said I've been lucky to find the people that I have. Cherish them all.
Yeah, well, and thank you, of course, for give me this. If it's not like this, I can't speak with you anymore.
And just
That's the only reason I say yes, because it's a chance to speak with you again.
yeah,
I'm always forgetting English.
I can tell.
Yeah, you need to teach me again
Yeah.
how to speak.
I really, really appreciate you guys taking the time to do this for me.
My pleasure, my friend. My
My
pleasure.
first try.
My pleasure. And just want to add, my words was what Sully said, and was fun, something new. And I didn't speak too much. I'm not too much to speak, but I always find fun to listen.
Yeah,
And
great.
thank for the invite.
All right, guys, go watch your trash TV.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, see you.
See
Bye.
ya.
Thank you.
Bye. Ciao.
Okay, so we will wrap up our podcast for the night. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll take the audio and we'll try and distribute a little bit, get us a little bit of attention. And thank you, Paradox, if you're still watching, for the support. Every little bit helps a lot. The more money the monsters make, the more we can do. So it's very much appreciated. All right, thanks. Good night, guys. Next week, same time. I don't know who I'll have, but I'll dig up somebody to interview.